and welcome to GCU Reviews.
Getting closer.
What's hot and what's not.
Getting closer.
Bye.
Getting closer.
Hey guys, this is Dee,
And I'm Danielle.
and welcome to GCU Movie Review.
Yes.
We still on them Spike Lee joints.
We still on those Spike Lee joints.
Today we are doing She's Gotta Have It.
Whoo.
Now, She's Gotta Have It. So that's Spike Lee, came out in 86.
86.
86, his first little joint.
His first one. Written, directed, acted in.
Of course, by Spike Lee.
First one. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, first one, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. And cut. It's me. Let me run back to the set.
Beautiful
And
guys.
see.
Dynamite.
That's what we gotta do.
And it not only is it his first film, but it was like his first breakthrough into the mainstream.
Yeah,
And
'cause
he won an award at the
yeah.
Cannes Film Festival. It was
Yeah.
critically acclaimed. Like, people love this movie.
Yeah, and of course it was his first controversial, opinionated,
Out the gate.
you know.
For him.
That was his blueprint of what to expect from Spike Lee.
Exactly. Him tackling tough topics. It's listed as a drama and a comedy.
Right.
But again, we continuously talk about how Spike Lee finds ways to put comedy in tough subjects. And in this movie, he is tackling feminist ideas in the 80s and the experience of Black women during the rise of feminism
Yeah.
in the 80s.
Yeah.
And not only that, but he doesn't so much focus on the fact that the people in this are Black. There's nothing in it about their Blackness.
No, this is just about people.
It's just about people. So yeah, it opens up with our main character, Nola. Nola darling. I love it. But
Pimp
where he can come
Nola.
up with a name? Pimp Nola. Pimp Nola.
That's what I like to call her, Pimp Nola.
And it's about a young lady who's just out here having relationships with 3 different men and enjoying herself.
It's just, no, she flipped the script on us.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm saying? And y'all can do it while we can't.
exactly. But the thing is, the way that she is portrayed, it's not that she's not in any particular tropes.
No.
She's not the damsel in distress. She's not the siren.
She's just a woman.
She's just a woman. She's just a
that's
person.
living her life single.
Living her life
That's it.
single, and has found 3 different men that she connects with in different ways.
Because sometimes you got to put them together to get what.
We'll talk about that later, because
Yeah.
it was one character that said something really poignant about that. About the monster that was created
You know.
from this. But it was really controversial because, you know, I hate the fact that it's considered a feminist idea, because to your point, it's a human thing.
It is.
To like different people for different reasons and carry on relationships, because a lot of people do that who don't happen to be women.
But it wasn't expected of women.
Exactly. And that's what makes it feminist, and that's what makes it political.
Right.
Because it wasn't expected.
Right.
In a
That's
society.
not what they expect of women. But that was moving from the 70s. You know what I'm saying? So now
Yeah.
we in the mid 80s.
Now we in the mid
You
80s.
know what I'm saying? So, you know, things have got to change and evolve. And has it?
Has it. So Tracy Camilla Johns plays Nola, and she's so daggone pretty. It's like
She's
if
really cute.
Kelly Rowland and Gladys Knight had a baby.
Exactly. And that's why I was like, oh, she kind of look like, going back. You know what I'm saying? She kind of looks like Kelly.
Yes, that's who she looks
Yes.
like. And the way that he introduces us to her with the way the camera is, and it's shot in black and white.
Yep.
So it's very intimate.
Right.
It's her, and she's talking about the situation that she's in. And it's just a very loving portrayal of her compared to the 3 men in her life.
Right. So then you come upon the 3 men in her life. So you got Jamie,
Yes.
the nice guy, and Jamie
The
was
nice
played
guy.
by Tommy Redmond Hicks.
Yes.
And so light skin. You know, he was the light skinned, nice guy, you know, wanted to take her on dates and all that.
Yeah,
and all
fell
that.
head over heels, like followed her as soon as he saw her,
Yes.
and was like, I will go anywhere and do anything that you want me to do. And we all know
Yeah,
that
and
guy.
his line came, he was like, this might sound corny. She's like, yeah, that sound corny. Like,
He was mad corny.
but he didn't give up. But he was the nice guy. So
He was the nice guy. He was the one that was head over heels. Somebody, nowadays, they would call him a simp. That's what people would call him nowadays, is a simp.
Pretty much what
Essentially.
how she treated you. But yeah.
I mean, we'll get to that.
We'll
But
get
did
to
she?
that.
So
Kind of, but yeah.
And then you have the next trope, because all the men seem to fit into these boxes of tropes, whereas Nola's character defies all of them, which I
Right.
thought was super interesting.
Right.
And it's not what I expected from Spike Lee, but I'm glad we got it. So then you also have Greer. And Greer is,
The bougie, rich guy that think he's fine.
think he's finer than wine. He's, athletic and, physically fit and is really worried about what he eats and
OCD.
yes.
He's
one of the
he's a lot of extremes.
the pretty boys, what people would consider like the pretty boys. And he's also very opinionated. He's,
because he's arrogant.
he's very arrogant.
He's
That's
arrogant.
it. Arrogant and maybe a little narcissistic.
All that.
And so I don't exactly know what she sees in him, but she does. And he's all about refinement and class and all this. And then you have
Mars, which is played by Spike Lee.
Spike Lee plays
He's supposed to
Mars.
be the street dude.
Street dude,
Which-
B-boy, but
I didn't-
also a nerd.
He didn't sell it.
He did not.
I didn't buy it. Street. Yeah. He's a nerd, kind of
B-boy
corny. I don't know, just like, yeah.
The man-child. I see him as a
There you
man-child.
go.
Very
There you
much
go.
man-child.
Yeah, he's the one that hasn't grown up yet. But
No, but he's
yeah.
light. He's playful. He makes her laugh.
And he's fun.
And he's fun. And he's
So,
we
there's
can't-
that bowl of mixture
yes,
that you get from all of them.
these different men. If she could make them into one man, what did he
If
what
we
did he
all
call
could
it?
melt
He
a
called
pot.
it a 6-armed, 3 bleeped monster.
3 swang.
Like she just took all of them and put them together in her life to create one man.
Okay.
But like the funny thing about Spike Lee is he's been quotable since day one.
Absolutely.
Please, baby, please, baby, please, baby, please. Like
Right.
when this movie came out, I was not in his target demographic. I was very young.
So, because this is your first time watching
This is
it,
my
right?
first time seeing this movie. But I knew the please, baby, baby, can I smell it? Like,
Right.
had heard that.
You have heard that,
Grew
right?
up hearing it.
You're right.
And it came from this movie.
And to see it in action.
And to
It's
see
like,
it in
oh
action.
my God.
To see it in action. He's been quotable since day one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another part of the magic of all of this. But he makes it a point to show how these men reflect society, which is another big thing that Spike Lee does. He
Mm-hmm.
finds a character to reflect society, or he finds a situation to reflect society, compared to his protagonist, in this
Right.
case, Nola.
Right.
So another thing that he does that's really interesting, outside of the fact that it's shot in black and white, some of the choices that he makes as a director is low budget, of course. Indie,
Well, I mean, it had to be low budget. It was his first one.
it's his first one.
You know what I'm saying? And color film back then was a little expensive. So, I mean, you had to do what you had to do, but he made it work.
He
you know what I'm
absolutely made
saying?
it
And
work.
then he made it not only work, the signature things that he does
Yes, that
in
you
his
see in
movies
his films now.
has made it be like, oh, Spike Lee directed it. You know, it's just made his thing.
He
like
kept
the
some of that.
glides and the pans to the objects and things like that. So that just made him his Spike Lee joint.
Exactly.
But the black and white back then, like I said, is at least expensive. However, it made an idea of that era because then what came out? Under the Cherry Moon by
The
Prince in the
same
black
year.
and white one. I love that movie.
Look, that's my favorite Prince
Oh
movie.
my
That's my
God.
favorite Prince movie.
I love that movie.
And actually, She's Gotta Have It is the reason why Spike Lee and Prince became friends.
Well, you know,
Prince reached out to him after seeing it.
Prince gotta have it. It was just kind of like, you know, that was the thing. You know, Prince. Everybody considered Prince a free spirit.
Exactly. He
By
invited
then,
them to
yes.
Paisley Park. And then the next project that they worked on, which again, I had not seen this movie,
Mm-hmm.
but I was trying to think of why is this tone and the photography interspersed in the movie
Yeah.
and all of this so familiar.
Yeah.
And it's because the next thing that they worked on was in 1991, the music video for Money Don't Matter Tonight.
Yep.
And it's shot the same way, directed by Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Definitely go check out that music video if you've
Yeah.
not seen it. It's very much in the tone of this movie.
Right.
So it felt familiar,
Well,
and I couldn't
they had
understand
to
why.
hook up because Spike Lee directed She's Gotta Have It. Same year Prince directed Under the Cherry Moons. So I
Both
mean,
in black and white.
Well, let's get it together.
Exactly.
Why not?
It was just-
and you like freaky stuff, you know. Of course they hooked up.
Which is another point because Spike Lee brings up the topic of how women's sexuality was always seen as a problem if it
And
didn't
is.
benefit men ultimately.
And kind of still is sometimes, you know what I'm saying? If men do it, it's a man thing.
Yeah.
If women do it, they a hoe.
They a hoe.
So,
it's a problem.
it's always been that double standard.
a
So
nympho. She's a sex fiend.
He just went all the way to the extreme of women can do this too, though.
Exactly. And really, by painting her in a light of she's just a human that really genuinely likes these men. She's not trying to play them. She's not trying to lie.
She's very honest.
She's
Very open.
very honest and open with them. They know about each other. And it's the movie, the consequences that happen in the movie, some of the things that happen later are really not because of her, but because the men have an inability to accept the decisions that she's made while still participating.
Men are selfish. And of course, they have a hard time with it. They still trying to win because, of course, you know, they competing.
And that's the thing. Like, you're competing for her.
And she ain't even no race. Ain't even no competition.
There's not a race. There's not a competition. You all have your own lane. I like you for your own reasons.
You can come or you not. You know, and that's just how she is. Y'all know each other. This your day. You can show up or not. It didn't, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't exuding the feelings that men want women to have towards
Exactly,
them.
because she didn't become head over heels for just one of them and wanted to get rid of the rest of them
Right.
for him.
Right.
Like, you're over here wanting what this man has with me when you should just really be worried about what I got with you.
And now, so the men's in a measuring contest and trying to see who's who.
Which all came together in one of your favorite scenes in the movie.
The Thanksgiving scene. Damn it! That's Pimp Nola.
It's
Pimp Nola got them all to sit down
Listen.
Thanksgiving dinner and like it.
Yeah, she cooked.
I cooked my first Thanksgiving for all y'all.
Yep.
Yes, I wanted to share this moment with everybody.
Yep. She said,
She's
y'all are
like-
going to meet each other at some point.
At some point, might as well not be an accident. That's just what she said.
Ooh.
Might as well not be an accident running into each other. I'm going to introduce everybody. This is such and such. This is such, you know?
It's the honesty for
Pimp
me.
Nola. And she was back in her little chair just laid. I loved it. Favorite seat.
She's like, would you mind carving the turkey for me, Jamie?
You know,
And him.
baby, I bought some sweet potato pie. Oh, it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
For me, it was, again, Spike Lee and his way of taking a comedic lens on a serious subject.
You know, somebody told me, my friend Kenny Brown, rest his soul. He's like, Deidre, you are too honest. He said, you cannot be too honest with men because men are never going to be that honest with you.
Woo.
He spoke something. But I still am
why you
going
gotta
to be
have male
me.
friends.
Yes, that's always why I have male friends, because they tell you the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what she was doing, and they just couldn't accept it.
And they couldn't accept it. And then another facet of that, or example of that, is in one of, I don't want to say it's my favorite scene, but it stood out to me. So Jamie, the nice guy, the loving guy, the one who loves her head over heels, decides to do this big gesture for her birthday. And up until this particular point, the whole movie is in black and white.
Right.
So he upped his budget to get color for this one section. Where he takes her to the park and he's got it all decorated and it's happy birthday Nola, and he has a song written for her. And two dancers dance with each other and kind of like this, they're really acting out their relationship, or at least what he feels about their relationship.
Right.
About how he wants her, but she doesn't seem to really want him, and he has good moments, and then there's this back and forth. But the lyrics of the song is what was disrespectful, in my opinion.
Y'all see she getting revved up.
I got my finger out. My finger is out. I'm revved up. In this song, the lyrics are so disrespectful. He's calling her disloyal and saying, about her indecision and how she just keeps him on the fence and on the side.
No, you're not on the fence. You're not on the side. She made her decision. You just don't like it.
Facts. She made her decision. Again, all the consequences that unfortunately come down on Nola in the end, well, in certain parts towards the end, have to do with these men's inability to accept the decision that she made and their role in it.
And the thing about it is, he just flip-flopped the roles.
Yeah.
He flip-flopped the
did.
roles because most of the time the men's the ones that's unemotional, unattached.
Exactly.
And the women are wanting him to pick and choose. He just flipped the roles. And he just showed how men can't take it.
And I wouldn't even say that she was being unemotional. She was like she has a genuine connection to these guys.
Yes.
Like, she's open and vulnerable with them. She's honest, but she's vulnerable. There can be honesty without vulnerability, which
Right.
just feels like you being an asshole. But she was being vulnerable and open, and she really enjoys their company for what it is.
Exactly.
And this is the part that they don't like.
Exactly.
That she was only giving them what they could take from her and not more.
Message.
And they had a problem with that.
So I'm going to give it a hot.
I'm going to give it a high. I will say there is a particular part in the movie where she is assaulted by Jamie. So just as a trigger warning, letting you know that Spike Lee did express regret in doing that and putting that scene in the movie later.
Because I think the film was giving a good message. Up until then.
Up until that point. And there's always this thing, it's a conversation that's been going on for a long time about how they progress stories or push a plot along through the abuse of a woman.
Right.
And that happened in this movie.
Right.
And he has expressed his regret about it. But I'm going to say this. This is probably my favorite Spike Lee movie now. And I'm going to rewatch it because you have to rewatch Spike Lee movies. You have to. But I really like the way that he treated Nola as a character.
Yeah.
Because even in the end, after throwing herself back at Jamie and she realizes that I've lost myself. They treated me badly when I was honest with them, when I liked them each for who they were and not trying to take anything from them. So
that's always the stab.
Yeah.
I want to be honest, but you can't accept it.
But she can't accept it. So
Not too bad.
Yep.
She's got to have it.
She's got to have it. An amazing movie.
I'm glad she watched it. And that's why I never picked that one. Because I was like, I don't know how she would feel about that. But
I loved it.
We was forced into this one, and I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm glad it was this one. I'm glad it was this one because I was kind of trepidatious about it, but I came around. So
And she still got a lot to say, so we going to talk, behind the scenes. I see she need to get something off her chest. So, yeah.
So definitely check out this movie when you get time. And She's Gotta Have It, directed by Spike Lee.
Yes.
Let us know what you think of the movie and give us your thoughts about how it affected you then and maybe rewatch it and see how it affects you now. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you for another one. Bye.
Bye.
And welcome to GCU Reviews.
Getting closer.
What's hot and what's